I'd had a little term in prison, which I didn't enjoy very much because at that stage the bikie gang that I was hanging out with was on the losing side. And the prison was being run by the other side.
Oh.
So that wasn't a pleasant experience.
Right.
And so I actually made up my mind during that prison sentence that I was going to give up drugs and alcohol. I didn't manage to succeed at that, but at that stage. And then my first daughter came along, and then that gave me the motivation. That was a real life-changing experience. I was having a child.
How old were you with your first child?
Oh, so she came along when I was about 19.
Wow.
And then I cleaned up when I was 21. So.
Yeah.
And it was all just those lessons that had to be learnt and all that kind of stuff, that I had to learn how to be an adult, learn how to be a responsible person. I wasn't the best father when I was young, especially when I was still drinking and taking drugs. I was quite irresponsible, quite selfish.
You're 19, you're a youngster still.
Yeah, and I really still just wanted to do the things that I wanted to do back then. And I was still quite involved in the skinhead scene, and it was quite extreme and quite, we were quite crazy. We did a lot of crazy stuff, and that was around that time that I actually was involved with the fire bombings for the Marae and schools. Went through a series of firebombing schools as well, because I really hated the education department because they were basically brainwashing people as far as I was concerned, which I still believe today, but I obviously don't want to firebomb schools anymore. But,
let's talk about that a little bit, because that's something that always comes up, doesn't it? It always comes up. You read in the media, or there's some kind of hit piece or slander piece done around activist movements, and to be fair, we're talking about New Zealanders standing up for their freedoms and rights and the violation of the Bill of Rights, but when Kyle Chapman's involved there, they always reference and tag this issue to do with these school fire bombings. There's this big mythology around it about that Kyle Chapman burned down a marae, and I get a bit sick and tired of it because it's absolutely inaccurate reporting. So let's talk about that. So what was totally
they never report it the way it actually is.
Tell us how it actually was, what actually happened, and give us a rundown on the actual the firebombing stuff, and correct for our viewers the mythology and basically the deceit and lies around this whole situation, to put it to bed once and for all. What happened about the Marae fire bombings?
Well, for a start, it wasn't actually the Marae building, which was the whare.
So it wasn't the whare, it wasn't the Marae.
Because even then, some guys would suggest that we should firebomb churches as well, and there's no way I was going to do that. There's no way, even back then, there's no way I was going to be involved with bringing that kind of bad karma on myself by attacking spiritual buildings.
So this is the organised group of firebombers. There's firebombing training, and
we were gang members that wanted to make our mark.
Motivated by what?
Just that we wanted to be more aggressive than another group.
And you had a particular vendetta or anger towards the educational system yourself.
Well, I did personally. Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, I mean, most of those ones I did by myself.
Right.
But sometimes it would actually just be at a party. We'd be drunk, and somebody would say, "Oh, let's go and do something."
Yeah,
Spontaneous. One night we just smashed up a shopping mall. We were all drunk. We were walking from one party to another, about 20 of us, and walked past a shopping mall, and somebody baseball batted the bank window, and so the rest of us just went hard and smashed up everything. Yeah.
Wow.
It was everything just happened spontaneous like that. Wow. There wasn't organised.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that always cracks me up as well. The media always tried to make it look like these alcoholic, drug addict gang members are organised. They just do random crime based on a spontaneous act that happens at the time.